Lise, so nice to see you here at the Design Museum in Copenhagen on a beautiful day during 3 days of design. How does it feel to be sitting on your products at such an incredible space?
It's a little bit surreal, actually, to be honest, sitting here at the Design Museum, which is actually an old hospital. So actually in the older days, patients were rolled out in the garden here, where they could take in some fresh air and natural daylight to restore their health again. So having the dream view actually in a setting like the Design Museum is both something I'm really proud of, but it also makes such a lot of sense.
There's a connection, right, to the inspiration behind the design?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Will you tell us a little bit about that?
So actually the Dream View bench was designed during COVID-19. So I lived in London at that moment, and it was locked down, and it was both like a physical health crisis, but also a mental health crisis for people. And I wanted to sort of design a product that could nudge our health, our mental health, making a product that could ask the questions if we could design objects that could become a sort of like therapy tool for us in our everyday lives. Yep. I wanted for people to look up, to connect with the sky as sort of like a nature hack when you live in the city. So I was brought up in the countryside in Denmark with the beach as my neighbor, if you could say it like that. And suddenly moving to a big city where everything is like fast-paced and you want to do good in your studies and your jobs and high achievements, and so it was what I looked at during COVID was that how people coped in the crisis was that they tried to go out in nature, if it was a park or just go for a walk.
Okay, so Lise, tell us a little bit about how you made such a hard material like metal so comfortable.
Yeah, so I actually did a lot of ergonomical testing, trying to find the perfect sort of curvature for the body to fully recline and relax. And of course you cannot make a posture or a curvature that fits all bodies, but I did a lot of repetitive testing with family members, and so because it was during COVID, they were the closest I could
Samples.
Get to try it out. So I started to go to the beach and trying to dig out actually my own posture in the sand and then translate that into paper. And so it was like a process back and forth of drawing this curvature, trying to cut it out in polystyrene blocks. And then with other people, I kept like deducting and adding to this foam to find the perfect ergonomic, so everybody was somehow happy to sit in it.
I love hearing like you actually worked physically with nature to start the process. Yeah. You transferred everything digitally. You worked with your family to try to get the appeal to the right, average grouping of body size. So it's pretty incredible. The results are obvious. It's comfortable. So can you tell us a little bit about how you make this product?
Yeah, so it was like all of these testing with the ergonomics and the polystyrene blocks. And because it was locked down, I couldn't go to a workshop myself, actually. So the closest thing I came to trying to carve out this curvature was the blocks that I carved out in. And then I went to some blacksmiths, local blacksmiths in the area where I lived at that moment. And actually, I collaborated with them trying to make a prototype. And then Muuto saw it, and thankfully or luckily we shared the same values about neuroaesthetics and how design can improve our well-being. So they actually embraced this whole idea of the Dream View bench, of having a bench where you actually invite people to be not productive, to do nothing for a while. And then in our collaboration, we did some improvements of the curvature to make it fit even more people. And they also did a lot of extensive testing, like making it even more stronger and to withstand the elements. It's the right treatment of the metal, and so yeah, that is kind of the process of how we created the first prototypes. The intention of the chair is to invite people or give people permission to actually take a break, and that it's actually productive to us to do nothing.